Namaste, my fine feathered friends. Welcome back. Today we are going to focus on a lot of opening moves for those of you who go to the gym, perhaps, or who find that they're a little bit stiff in the body. I have started going to a gym lately, and I've noticed that I'm not nearly as flexible as I used to be. And I think that's obviously because I'm working the muscles in different ways, and I'm not maybe stretching out as much as I should be. So I designed this class to help us out, to get a little bit, to work on flexibility basically and mobility. So meet me standing at the front of the mat as per usual. Feet hip distance apart, press down through all four corners of the feet. Lift and spread the toes, and then release back to the mat. You look down, your toes should be spread wider than normal. Roll your shoulders back and down, open through the heart space. Open the hands, the palms towards the front of the room. Take a deep breath and close your eyes. Take this moment to just drop in, see how you're feeling today. See if you're feeling stiff maybe or sore. My calves are pretty sore from some calf raises I did yesterday for leg day. So just send your awareness around your body and see where you're feeling sensation. Take a deep inhale. Pause at the top and release. Pause at the bottom. Inhale slowly. Pause at the top and release. Pause at the bottom. A few more rounds of breath like this. Allowing the pauses to really drag you into this present moment. On your next inhale, inhale your arms down, around and up. And stay here for a breath. Make sure your shoulders are not coming up towards your ears. Perhaps you give yourself more space above your head like you're holding a big beach ball. Perhaps you can bring your hands to prayer above your head if that doesn't feel too cramped on your shoulders. Engage through the core, lift through the heart space, lengthen through the tailbone towards your heels. Grow taller. Deep inhale and exhale, flat back, forward fold. Allow the crown of the head to be heavy. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. Plug the shoulder blades down the back. And from here, you can figure eight your hips. So bend one knee and then the other. Finding some mobility in the hip joint. Waking up the hip joint. Or joints. And switch directions. Come back to neutral, bend the knees deeply, allow the head to be heavy. And then tuck your chin into your chest, and on your next inhale, roll slowly all the way back up to standing. Reach your arms down, around and up, and exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Great job. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands on the shins, shoulders down and back, core engaged. and exhale, fold. Plant the palms and step one leg back and then the other. Plank. Spread the fingers wide. Press your heels away from you. Hug your elbows into your side body and slowly bring your belly to the mat. Press through the tops of the feet and the hip points. Hug your shoulders, not your shoulders, hug your elbows into your body. Lengthen your crown of head away from your hips and lift into Cobra. Now, Cobra is a seemingly easy pose, but there's actually a lot going on here, and this is difficult for me to hold while I'm speaking as well. But I do see quite often a lot of people tend to try to press and straighten the arms, which can be easier, it seems. But if you notice, the minute I straightened my arms, my shoulders went up by my ears and rounded forward a little bit because I don't have the mobility in my lower back, which means that my lower back is crunching here and my shoulders are coming up towards my ears. So what you want to try to do is keep your elbows bent, create space between your shoulders and your ears. Lengthen your crown of head away from you. And that might mean you can only make it up to here, and that's perfectly all right as long as you're not feeling any pain in your lower back. Or you can go a little bit higher and lift through the heart space, press through the tops of the feet. Your lower body should be engaged. And release. We'll do a few more of those throughout the practice, But in the meantime, flip your toes over, spread the fingers wide, engage through the core, and press up to plank, and then downward facing dog. Bend one knee and then the other. Roll your triceps energetically in and your biceps energetically out. Lift your hips high, bend the knees, lift the hips flat back. Inhale, look between your hands, and exhale, hop, step, or jump to the front of the mat, chair. Inhale here, exhale. Then inhale, swoop your arms down, around, and up, and exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. Big breath here. And release. Inhale, swoop the arms down, around, and up, and exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, plant the palms, step the left foot back, gently drop the left knee to the mat, and inhale, low lunge. Squeeze the right leg energetically towards the midline. Sometimes there's a tendency to let it fall out to the side, so press equally through all four corners of the feet, engage through the core, lift through the heart space, relax the shoulders away from the ears. Deep breath. Inhale and exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, come forward over the right thigh, and exhale, take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Press through the top of the left foot. Inhale, find length in the spine, and exhale, twist just a little deeper through the core. Inhale, back to center. Flip the back toes over if you had turned them the other way. And exhale, hands frame the foot, hop the back foot forward, half lift. And exhale, plant the palms, step the right foot back this time, drop the right knee, and inhale, low lunge. I like to flip my back toes over so I'm pressing down through the top of the back foot, but that's yogi's choice. However it feels most comfortable for you. Inhale, find more length in the spine. Exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, lean forward over the left leg. And exhale, right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Inhale, come back to center, reach. Exhale, hands frame the foot, hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift, and exhale, fold. Step both legs back this time, plank. Press the heels away from you, and drop the hips to the right, and then to the left. We'll do 10. 1, core tight, navel up and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to center. Hug the elbows into the side body, belly to mat. Press through the tops of the feet. Inhale, cobra. Lift through the heart, press through the hips, points. And exhale, release. Now on your next inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, round through the upper back body, and press up into cobra. And then lift your chin, exhale, heart open, release back to the mat, like a wave. Inhale, press through the back body, and exhale, open through the heart, back to the mat. Last one, press up, rounding through the spine, and then opening through the heart, back to the mat. Flip the toes under, hug your elbows into your side body, engage through the core, and press up into plank. Inhale here, and exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take 5 long, deep, slow breaths here. Suck the navel up and in. Lift through the hips. Press through the base of the index finger and the thumb. Biceps roll away from you. Create space and length. Shake your head yes and no. Releasing through the neck. Now take your left hand to the center of your mat and your right hand back and across towards your left leg. Twist. Look under your left shoulder. And back to center. Right hand in the center of the mat and left hand thread through. Look under your right shoulder. Back to center. Inhale the right leg up. Square the hips, pinky toe towards the mat, flex the foot. And exhale, step it through in between your hands. Inhale, high lunge. Press through the back left heel. Press equally through all 4 corners of the front foot. Lift, find length. Make sure that your pelvic bowl is directly underneath your shoulders. And now reach forward with your right hand and leave your left arm up. And then swoop your right arm up and back, followed by your left arm up and back. Right? Like you're doing a backstroke in the pool. Maybe your thumbs are leading the way. Opening the shoulder joint. Working on shoulder mobility. And inhale, both arms up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Bring the heart space over the right leg and then twist, prayer twist to the right. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, plant both hands on the inside of the right foot. Stay up high for a moment. Press your left heel away from you. Lizard pose. And then you can drop the left knee and go a little deeper. Plant the palms, spread the fingers wide, step the right foot back to plank, and we'll do 10 more hip dips. Drop your hips to the right, core tight, and the left. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Back to center. Hug the elbows into the body, belly to the mat. And this time, clasp your hands behind you. Lift through the heart space. Press the hip points down and the tops of the feet. Open. Inhale. Exhale, release. Flip the toes under or over, I guess. However you want to look at it. Squeeze the elbows into the body, engage the core. Press up to plank. Inhale here. And exhale, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Square the hips, pinky toe towards the mat. Foot flexed. And exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Now start with your left hand this time, back stroking. Slowly or quickly, lead with the thumb. So thumbs up. Inhale, back to center, reach. And exhale, hands to prayer, twist. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, plant the palms on the inside of the left foot. You can walk your left foot out a little wider, pinky toe off the mat, perhaps. Press the right heel away from you. You can stay up high like this, or drop your right knee to the mat to come a little bit into a deeper stretch. Lizard pose. One of my all-time favorite poses. Flip the right toes up or under or over or however you, in the other direction. Bring the left foot back to plank. And this time we'll do a full vinyasa. So bend the elbows, hug your elbows into your side body, launch yourself forward so your arms are at a 90-degree angle, and then lift back up, upward facing dog. Shoulders away from the ears. Optional second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. And now drop the right foot towards the left. Open it up to the right side and back. Leg circles. Try to keep your back as flat as possible, core engaged. 5 in one direction and then switch directions. Then come back to center, square the hips, and step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Press the left heel away from you. Shoulders relaxed. Smile. And now take the right hand back towards the left leg. Reach up and over with the left hand. Standing twist. And inhale back to center. Drop both hands to the inside of the left leg, right leg, drop the left knee. And from here, so lizard variation again. And from here, inhale your right arm forward and all the way back to touch the back of your hip. And then all the way forward. So we'll do 5 mobility training of the shoulders, going both ways this time. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent. You can go a little deeper if you'd like. Bring your forearms to the mat or to a block if the mat is just a little bit too far away today. Or a book or anything square-ish. Another mat? That's not square, but that would work too. Anything to bring the floor a little bit closer to you. Excellent. Walk your hands back up. Bring the back knee in a little bit. Bend through the back knee. And inhale, reach your right arm back and around to reach towards that back foot. Open through the heart space. Beautiful quad stretch. And release. Step the right foot back to meet the left. Plank. Hip dips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chaturanga to upward facing dog. Optional second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up and then drop the left foot towards the right. Open to the left. 5 leg circles on this side. And then switching directions. And back to center, square the hips, flex the foot, and step it through high lunge. Smile. It's a beautiful day to be alive. It's a beautiful day to be moving. I'm so grateful for the sun and this opportunity to be on my mat. It's Tuesday, so the day classes come out and the day I film. So, reach your left arm back around behind you towards your right foot, leg, thigh, right thigh. Reach up and over with the left hand. Right hand, a hand. You'll figure it out, I'm sure. And inhale back to center. Plant both hands on the inside of the left foot. Drop the right knee. Plant through the right hand and swoop the left arm up and back and up and forward. Up and back 5 times. Up and forward. 3, 4, and 5. Move the right knee farther away if you feel the desire. Come onto your forearms, deep in the stretch. Walk your hands back in. Bring your right knee a little closer. Bend through the right leg. Sweep your left arm up and back to reach for that right foot. Such a nice quad stretch. Open through the heart space. Don't round through the back. Look up towards the sky, the ceiling. your lamp, whatever is in your line of sight. And release. Plant the palms, step the left foot back to meet the right, plank. And this time, take your feet about mat distance apart. For balance, maybe take your hands a little closer towards the center line and swoop the right arm up and around and back towards your hip, up and forward, left arm up and back towards your hip and up and forward. We'll do 10 total. So engage the core, press the heels away from you. Do your best to balance. You can always do this from the knees, of course. Swoop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Core tight. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. Excellent. Belly to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Forehead to the mat. Clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, lift both the heart space and the feet. And release. One more. Inhale, lift. Flex through the feet, flex through the heels. Engage the whole back body. Open through the shoulder. And release. Plant the palms and press back into child's pose. Inhale, walk your hands forward, flip the toes under, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, come onto the tippy toes, look between your hands, and hop, skip, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Core tight, heart lifts, sink a little deeper. Look down and make sure you can see your toes. And inhale, release. Exhale, hands to prayer. Now step your left foot wide, toes facing out. Knees follow toes and sink into plie. Now, here, some more shoulder mobility. We will take our shoulders and spinal mobility and figure 8 the shoulders. There's no place your hands need to be necessarily. You can let them be free and sort of wave-like. You can keep them in prayer. You can move your hips as well. Figure 8ing the whole body and switching directions. Just opening up, finding a lot of space and a lot of lightness and flowy, fluid movements. You can do backstrokes with your elbows. Excellent. Now take your right elbow to your right thigh, reach up and over, side bend, other side. 2 more on each side. Last set. Now take your hands to the insides of your thighs. Look up and over your left shoulder. And then look up and over to the right. Gently pressing your thighs away from you. And then back to center. Bring your hands to the mat, walk your feet in a little closer, sink the hips down, and then hands to prayer, yogic squat. Gently press your knees away from you with your elbows, lift through the heart space, let your hips be heavy. Slow, deep, filling breaths. And then reach your right hand to the outside of your right foot. Reach up with the left hand. Find space and length and airiness and buoyancy. And back to center. And reach over to the left, reach up with the right hand. And back to center, take your hands to the mat. Walk your feet away from you, knees to the mat. Flex through the feet, calves parallel to each other, hips in line with the knees, frog pose. Great inner thigh stretch. Take a few long, deep breaths here. And then walk your feet a little closer, your knees a little closer, child's pose. Palms to the sky, shoulders relaxed. And walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Bring your left leg forward, right leg back. Left shin in the attempt to be parallel to the front of the mat. There's no need for it to be completely parallel. If it's not, make sure that your foot is not flexed in order to protect the knee. It should only be flexed if you are able to actually get your shin parallel to the front of the mat. Press down through the right hip so your hips are squared. Plant the right palm to the mat or to a block perhaps. And then look over to the left, twist. You can reach behind you with your left hand to your right thigh, press through the top of the right foot, make sure your hips are square. And then back to center. Walk your hands forward with a long spine, pigeon pose. Take a few deep breaths here through the hip points. Imagine your breath entering your body through the place where you feel sensation, which might be on the outside of your hip. If you're feeling any pain in the knee, feel free to come out of this pose and perhaps do it on your back. Press down through the right hip point and tune back into the breath. Long, slow, complete inhale. Noticing as your rib cage, your back body, your heart space expands as you fill your body with breath. Pause at the top and exhale slowly. Let it go. Allow your body to feel heavier as you exhale. Walk your hands back in towards your body. Flip the right toes over. Lift the hips, one-legged dog. A few leg circles in one direction and then the other. Knees to the mat. Bring the right leg forward this time. Left leg back. In pigeon pose. Open through the heart space, and then reach your right hand back. Press through the top of your left foot. Open through the heart space. And back to center. Walk your hands away from you. with a long, flat spine. And come back to that breath. You may notice that one side of the body is different than the other, and that's perfectly normal. Allow your body to grow lighter with each inhale and release into heaviness with each exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back in towards your body. Flip the left toes under, three-legged dog. A couple leg circles in one direction and then the other. And then drop your knees to the mat. Flip your feet around in front of you. Let your legs go long. Fingers, hands on the mat behind you, fingers facing you. And lift through the hips, reverse plank. Lengthen the tailbone towards your heels. Open across the chest. Core tight for 3, 2, 1, and release. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, flex the feet, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come back up. Take the right foot to the inside of the left thigh. Reach, find length, and fold. Inhale, come back up, switch sides. Left foot to the inside of the right thigh. Reach and fold. Again, you might notice that one leg or one side is very different from the other. Inhale, come back up. Take both legs long, hip distance apart, and walk your hands around behind you to the left, forehead to the mat, twist. And over to the other side. Heels stay on the mat. And back to center. Now, if you have a bolster, grab it. If you do not have a bolster, that's perfectly all right. You can use a rolled up blanket or a rolled up yoga mat or nothing at all. Bring your bolster, if you have one, to the bottom of your lower back. Take your feet, soles of your feet together into cobbler's pose, and then gently roll back onto your bolster so that you have a little bit of an extra heart opening through the front body. Allow your hands to fall left and right. And again, if you don't have the bolster, you can do this flat on the ground as well. And feel free to stay here in Supta Baddha Konasana, supine bound angle pose, or let your legs go long, feet falling left to right. So take a few moments to calm the mind and reap the benefits of the practice in Shavasana. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'll see you next time. From my heart to yours, Namaste.